Alright nerds, we're back for another beer review, and today from East African breweries, you know what this one's going to be. It's Tusker, straight out of Kenya. Tusker from East African breweries, which started in 1922. Believe it or not, 1922. Tusker, this specific beer named after one of the coners being gored to death by an elephant. So, has some history. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. This is what Google told me. Okay, Google also told me that this is just this will just be contract brewed in the States or in Canada or in Europe, wherever it's from. I could not find out where. So if you know where, comments below please, or hit us up on social media. I'm really curious where this is made. It's represented by United Distributors in Calgary. So it makes me think perhaps Toolshed or Labatt's or somebody in Calgary is making this. So I'm really curious where this is made. Let me know. I've had this before. I had it at 100 bottles or 1,000 bottles or something in Toronto, it was called. It was just like weird beers from all over the world. I'm going to try. I grabbed a few Checkvar, Baltica, a few of these beers, and we're going to check them out. Try them out. Why not? Have some fun. Can't all be IPAs like in April. But I'm curious to see what I think. And the other thing I brought is some sea salt. Because I also fell down a rabbit hole looking up this beer. Is that sea salt improves bad lagers or subpar lagers. Also that the Canadian version is much less salty than the actual Kenyan version. And it also missing a little bit of the malt backbone it has, and I assume that's just the different grains being used over there as over here. So we're gonna find out today. All right, crack that. Oh, holy cow, this just exploded. All right, so I'm all cleaned up after that. The bottle exploded. Not like explosion, but yeah, it decided it was really foamy. And I had it on the side in my fridge, so I should have known better. Silly me. Okay, let's pour this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it without salt. And then I'm going to see if this experiment about salting lagers is the truth. Okay, so fairly carbonated, as always. Bubbles all down the grass. All down the glass. Enunciation. Crisp lager body. No head, really, to speak of. Of course, that's probably vanished a little bit from the bottle blown up. I don't know how old this is. It does not say. So I'm sure it's fine. What's the worst that can happen? Let's try it out. It smells like a lager. It smells very weedy, actually. Like very like walking through a grain field. A lot of malt in it. Something else. There's like a sweetness to it. A little bit of a sweetness on the nose. Almost orange. But unpeeled orange. Almost unpeeled orange. It's really hard to describe. And then, yeah, like I said, it's like walking through a grain field, so. It smells like a lager. I wish I had more to describe. I don't think they're going too complicated with this. And it's also very light. It's 4.2%. Super light for lagers. This is like Coors Light territory. And it comes in a big half-liter bottle. Like a really big, thick glass bottle. There you go. Let's dive into this and see what we think. It's funny because there's actually more on the nose than on the tongue. Very grassy. Light. Malt at the end. Like it is malty at the end. But not super strong. And yeah, like I bet you if it was salty, it'd be a little bit better. Might bring out some of that more. So, like I said, it began as like grassy hay, like raw wheat kind of flavor, and then malt, that malt thickness on the tongue and the back. I'm not going to pretend this is more complicated than it is. I'm not going to be one of those guys and try like, oh, it has a million things going for it. So I poured a little more in the glass. I'm going to add a little salt. A little salt in my hand here. Oh boy, okay, don't put too much here, will I? The trick is always sea salt, never regular table salt. Apparently this is something like everybody's grandpa used to do. It's like salt their beer. And it carbonates it more too, apparently. Yeah, as it hits. So I'm just gonna, for the camera, what was that one more? How that can be? If you add a little salt, immediately carbonates. Interesting. So we add a little more beer just in case that's too salty. It does like really make, look at that. Interesting. Science. More to research. So beer snobs out there, or brewers on the channel, explain that one to me. So it slightly changes how, more minerality in the aroma. Weird. It's sweeter all of a sudden. You would never expect that. So the salt must bring some out. It's salty. Don't get me wrong. There's still the saltiness in here. It's a bit more briny, but also a bit more like sweeter. It doesn't drastically improve the flavor, but now it's more like, now it's closer to like a traditional like American style lager. American ingredients. Interesting. Really, really weird. Tusker. East African breweries. Classic beer. Been around for 100 years apparently. Beat that, everybody? 1922? Wow. Crazy. Maybe I'll try a few more of these. If you want to see more of these, hit us up at Fermented Nerds on all social medias. fermentednerds@gmail.com. All the information is below in the description. While you're looking below, brew us up some thumbs up and brew us up some subscriptions while you're at it. If you want to know when our videos come out, of course, there's always a bell. You can click that for notifications. Tusker, who would have thought? I had tried on the channel. Eventually, it was in my fridge. Like I said, I got Czechvar, Baltica, I got a couple others in the fridge that are just kind of like cheap international lagers. I'm going to give them a whirl here and there. You see what I think? I was going to do this a long time ago, but I just got around to getting these beers and doing it. So here we go. All that said, that's it. I'm Wally. This is Fermented Nerds. I'm out.